The ATK RS7R2 is also one of the most popular aluminum-nosed magnetic switches recently. To be honest, the starting price is not low. I originally thought it would be priced similarly to the RS6, but it ended up costing almost 1,000 yuan. I managed to get a big deal from my hand and used it for a while. Let me share my thoughts on it. The unboxing section makes sense that it's positioned more as a flagship model. Once opened, it provides a quick guide to getting started. Below is the included thermal sword cap. Criticize this packaging. When opened, it easily falls apart. It's really a mess with your mindset. Then there are things like stickers and warranty certificates. The keyboard itself does not have a dust cover. For accessories, it includes a switch, for screwdrivers and 2 top washers, 1 data cable, 1 piece. Steel capital is 1 copy for 1989. Modify the structure and parts, 1 pack. Give me 2 sets of sword hats and PC fully understood this set. If you have the advantage of a surface that feels similar to the X80's built-in surface, it feels great to the touch, and the material and lighting effects of the fully understood material blend together. Many drawbacks are that they easily pick up dust, and fingerprints need to be wiped frequently. The hot water slide part is also fine, so it doesn't print. The weirdness and all that are irrelevant at all. The Ultra Black version is equipped with a Hunter Blade switch actuation force of about 35 actuators. A total foam of about 3.4 mm is formed. Desktop built-in light guide column. Dustproof arm. The magnetic knitting switch at the center feels close to 10,000 clicks. King's initial star condensation. Generally, the sound of basic gray bullets is a bit fragmented. There's also a hint of Tang Huangyin, but fortunately, the chapter version is pretty good for the film. Let's listen to the final typing sound together. In terms of appearance, the compact FG75 is equipped with a file layout. There's a logo light at the top that lets you set the splicing brackets on both sides of the lighting effect. The texture is very good. It creates atmosphere, and the lighting effects can be set individually. The interface is on the left side and features a color replacement. The back is quite similar to the S6. Overall aesthetics. How do you think you would remove all external screws, remove the side panels, and the top cover? The mechanical finishing is very good, and the texture is quite good. It's also better than the RS6. Some ferroalloy positioning plates and water-soaking clamps. Cotton-absorbing fiber crisp voltage and PT raw crisp voltage. The back of the PCP has a snug cotton padding, though it's a bit thin. However, the whole adhesion is very good. The bottom is an EPTM-based cotton and a PT padding pad. Keyboards have 2 structural types. The factory default is that silicone gasket feels good. Visibly soft and springy in a kind of magnetic candle. Among keyboards, it's actually the softest and most bouncy tier. The hop structure is the conventional toughness. Click on the webpage driver pin settings, and it will work here. There are many and comprehensive settings for page positioning. Supports group blood reselection, making mouse selection very comfortable. The formation settings also support this input and drag. There were no issues with either of them. Rebuilt and established. There is no locking here, so modifications to position creation are not supported. The delayed construction coupons are also very comprehensive. The switch calibration page also provides clear calibration feedback. Other than that, there's not much else. ATG 3.0 is actually quite useful. By now, I believe you have a pretty good understanding of this keyboard. As for advantages, the dual structure performance is quite good. There are also quite a few freebies. 2 sets of keycaps. The texture and quality are all very good. Not the kind of worn-out clothes rush technique. The 3rd generation LifeLux Aushang solution. The theoretical full-link latency is 0.28 milliseconds for 8K. RG accuracy with a return rate of 0.001 mm and so on. All are top-tier on paper with top-tier specs. The performance of EE will not be elaborated here. There's also a 5-lamp bead in the space, and it's treated with cloud lighting. To be fair, this is actually stronger than the neighboring Lightning 75. The most obvious problem with the knife handler. First of all its great swords at the beginning are pretty weak. The reason is that the positioning plate has 2 large openings. The satellite axle simply can't hold loose and has to be manually fixed. This is basically an irreversible problem. Unless the official team completely replaces the positioning panel. Or swap for a larger MSI switch with a mold. Otherwise that's just how it is. There's no way around it, it's not really a quality control issue. It means there are issues with the positioning plate drawings or processing. Also, although the front height control is excellent, however, the keyboard itself is slightly flat. If you prefer steep slopes, you should also consider carefully. For example, the AO Xiao version, I'm a bit lazy to criticize this switch. In fact, even today, it can still be described as peaceful. Magneto is more like this new magnetic knob. You can roughly understand what state it is. It really doesn't work out, at least appearing in the 1,000 yuan price range, which is quite unsuitable for flagship products. Even after filling everything, the sound is still very fragmented and hard to break down. It's that simple. To sum up, the exterior design is very distinctive. The performance is top tier, and after a long battle, there was no noticeable delay in the e-liquid disconnect. Plus 2 sets of sword caps, the rare T5 array magnetothermal. The keyboard build quality is also a step further improved compared to the RC6 level. Of course, prices have also risen, with more than one grade nearly doubling. The problem is that the satellite axle at the entrance is quite disappointing, and somewhat crossed the fire to level it. Entering the experience is very selective. The Groove version has a pretty average switch. As for whether it's worth the price, if you compare the 75 with other brands' products, it's not bad. You are currently at the price level that is currently unfathomable. The 75 placement is one of the strong competitors for this Traveler's Camel Sun. But to say something very prominent, it doesn't really matter. That's all for this video. Thank you all for watching our next video. See you in the next video.